Yo, what up guys, Magic IQ here, and welcome to another Need for Speed Unbound video. We are doing an S-Class build today on this beautiful BMW Z4 M40i you guys see behind me. Stay tuned for that build. First, we're going to have the gameplay, but I wanted to ask you guys to please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 10K subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much for the support. Motorfest is coming up soon, so you guys are going to be seeing a lot more content from me. I'm trying to do as much Need for Speed Unbound content as I can without draining myself, and I really appreciate you guys for understanding that. If you guys haven't already followed the Twitch, it will be linked down below in the description. We'll be playing Call of Duty and a lot of other FPSs and different games and stuff like that. I believe Starfield's coming out in a couple days, at least the standard edition. I'm going to be playing that on there as well. Here's some clips from stream in case you guys wanted to check that out. Just a couple sniping clips and some, I guess pub stomping clips for you guys. If you guys would, please tune into the stream. I would really appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get straight into this video. All right, peace. If I could just remember how to drive. I'm just excited for Motorfest, man. 10 days away at this point. I'm trying to get back used to grip racing. This car has a super clutch, as you guys will see in the build, so you can switch straight into 4th gear. I'm wanting to build this car for a while now because I know I could get a little bit more power out of it than what's available on the internet right now. And we're using the actual stock motor that comes in this car too, the B58, which I have in my car in real life, which is pretty cool. So just trying to get a consistent run with this thing. It's a very easy car to handle. Just I'm not the best grip driver anymore. Honestly. Just way too used to drift. That was the worst way, I think, to take that corner ever, but this is still a rather decent run. Honestly. But I just want to build all the BMWs in Need for Speed Unbound to the best of my ability before the Crew Motorfest hits, and I think that's going to just be my thing regardless, is just using BMWs as much as I possibly can in any game that I play, obviously, just because it's what I love to drive in real life. This thing does get up to top speed down here, which is very nice as well. Oop, kind of threaded the needle there. We're going to save this burst nozzle. It's probably going to be a full crown when we land. Let it beep twice so I know my glitch wave is gone. This corner is kind of tricky in this thing for some reason. It just has a little bit of an understeering problem on that corner, that one specifically, but besides that, I mean, it's really good across the board. It's a rather decent car. Now, as long as you get some 150s here, I'll be pretty happy. Pretty respectable time, probably like mid 150s. Yeah, 155. That's rather respectable, honestly, for this car, and that's nowhere near my best run that I could do with this car. As you guys see, we made about a 2 to 3 second mistake, honestly, on a corner. So this thing might be able to dip into the 40s, possibly. I don't know for sure, but 52, 53, 51 for sure on this track specifically, which is getting high tonight. I hope you guys enjoy this build. Let's get straight into it. Alrighty guys, yo, what up? We're in the garage here. Today I'm bringing you guys, like I said, the Z4 M40i BMW 2019 build in Need for Speed Unbound in S-Class. There is a build currently out there with less torque and less power, but I wanted to put this out for you guys, and I want to do a thing where I use all the BMWs with their stock motors. And recently I've just been having a lot more fun building cars with their stock motors and trying to make the car as fast as it possibly can be with what already comes in the vehicle. It's also more cost efficient for you guys who may be struggling for money, and this car is rather easy to acquire. All you got to do is win, I think, 5 B-class races races in a BMW, which you guys can actually use the car from my most recent video, which you get straight when the game comes out, and you download the game. You have that car at your disposal, I believe, or it's a challenge that's very, very easy to complete, and that is the E93 BMW M3, a great B-class car if you guys want to complete the challenge to unlock this beast right here. Now, this thing is by far not really meta, but it is super fun and one of the quicker BMWs in the class, so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get straight into it. So without further ado, as previously mentioned, we are using that 335 brake horsepower 3-liter inline 6, aka the B58 motor that is used in both the new Mark V Supra, 340s, M340s, and Z4 M40i's, as well as a few other cars that end with 40i. That's kind of how BMW works. It's a little weird, but they put the same motor in a bunch of different body styles. This thing's absolutely amazing though. Comes stock, as mentioned, with 335 brake horsepower, but what we have done to it here, we've turned it up to 729 horsepower and 726 foot-pounds of torque, and the quarter mile time is 10.4, and the 0 to 60 is 2.9. Top speed is 202 miles per hour. It's funny because all these stats are rather accurate in terms of a car that would be, you know, an upgraded turbo car with bolt-ons, E and stuff like that. Probably would need a built trans to hold that much torque, but realistically, 729 horsepower is a very capable power number for this car on a stock motor in real life. So it's actually kind of cool to see that. I don't know if they meant to replicate it that closely, but it's rather nice. And me personally, in a closed course, I've gone about 187 in my car. I can guarantee that it could definitely hit 202 with this much power. The 8-speed, the ZF8 that is in these cars is geared to go about 206, 207, I believe. So getting into the engine parts here, we have an Elite induction, Elite ECU, Elite fuel system, an Elite exhaust, and a Super Roots supercharger. Now, the reason I've opted for this type of forced induction is just because for some reason there's some weird stuff with the numbers on the inductions when you use an Elite induction in this car, and it bumps the top speed up a lot. This is one of those cars where you can kind of mess with the parts and actually upgrade it more to get a lower top speed, and just fit it right into S-Class. So I've messed with some parts and I got it working how I want it to, and it puts out the most power I believe you can get with this car in this class. If not, it's fine. I just wanted to use the native motor to the car, and I believe I built it pretty well, and I'm very happy with it myself. The bottle of nitrous we are using is a sport bottle of nitrous. We're using Elite road suspension. We're using sport brakes and Elite grip tires. I'm going to be using a lot more grip builds coming up towards Motorfest here because I'm not really going to be doing much drifting in that game in terms of racing, because kind of the meta is racing just normally and gripping. I'm actually going to be using the wheel a lot on Motorfest as I really enjoyed it in the beta, so make sure you guys are ready for that. We have a super clutch here, as well as a 6-speed gearbox and an Elite differential. We actually haven't purchased any auxiliaries for this car yet. In the gameplay you guys saw, I probably could have took another second or two off of it, as well as a few mess ups. I probably could get 149s in this car if I pushed really, really hard and kept trying all day, but personally, I just play this game for fun now, and I think I got a decent enough time to show you guys the gameplay of. So, as always, we're going to run nitrous grip and drift auxiliaries there. Not much is changing in that aspect. For the handling, the max amount of grip you can get with this car is 80%, so we're going to throw it all the way to the left, right towards 80%. Steering sensitivity is right in the middle, and the downforce is 2 clicks from the middle towards high. Okay, that's as far low as you can get it before you dip into S+. Traction control is off as always, and drift entry is gas and or brake tap. That is completely up to you guys. I use both. Gas tap on the straightaways to kind of keep the burst nos if there's a minute between corners or so like that. And then I use brake tap when I'm in the corner or to initiate for a corner sometimes. It honestly just depends on how I feel the car is actually, you know, if I want to over snap it. When you use brake tap, I realize your car does over snap a lot more than if you use gas tap. So that's completely up to your guys' judgment and your driving style. But I really, really love this car, and it's something I've been using in my free time just to have a good time and race around in something off meta, clean, looks very simple and good. I got these nice, you know, I kind of wanted to go for some Titan 7 looking wheels, but these are some Vossens, I believe, and they look very cool with some Vorsteiners or something like that. But these look super sick with these Nankang CRS tires on them. Looks super clean. We got some 17s in the back and some 18s in the front. Looks super, super meaty, super grippy, super sick. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. So Magic IQ, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.